Welcome to Graya Overload. I'm Anthony, and semiconductor manufacturers are racing to get smaller. With semiconductors pushing for smaller and smaller manufacturing process, I kind of want to touch on how that kind of affects the consumer a little bit and how the consumer actually benefits it for in the end. So these smaller nodes, you probably heard about 12 nanometer, 14 nanometer, 10 nanometer, 7 nanometer. They've been bouncing all these numbers around. Basically what it is really small stuff, right? And but to keep it kind of simple is that when they go to another generation of process technology, either Samsung, Taiwanese Semiconductor, Global Foundries, Intel, anybody else that would be in the manufacturing process of semiconductors, they would be able to get to a smaller node, and they're supposed to have a certain amount, and they're hoping to higher density, and then usually that comes with another benefit of power, a better power consumption, better frequency for speed, and so you get some of those benefits. Those are kind of the main things. And so when you hear that they're going to 7 nanometer from 10, you're hoping for to reap some benefits. If it's just like even no processor changes, there should be some or architectural changes. There should be some benefits, and these companies, that's what they're pushing for, because like Samsung, Taiwanese Semiconductor, and Global Foundries, they actually go through and they have people just put their chip designs, they buy access to the line so that they manufacture for somebody else's design. So they want to make sure that they have the best process so they can fill those lines up with actually producing chips to make money. Intel, on the other hand, has design and manufacturing underneath the same umbrella, and their process technology has always been driven architecture overall. So they jump to a new node, it's a new, they improve the architecture. And they just had an amazing architecture for so many years. But lately we've been hearing a lot about issues with Intel and 10 nanometer. And the reason why I kind of bring this up is, and wanted to talk about it, is that this whole race now where these other semiconductor manufacturing companies are starting to be able to catch up, and it looks like they're going to be starting to ship these products too of 7 nanometer fairly soon. They're going to compete with Intel's 10. And Intel stated in their quarterly call that they might not have this until the second half of 2019, so, and might be late 2019, so we might not see stuff until 2020, which is going to be very interesting considering how all these other players in the CPU and GPU field overall are actually going to be releasing maybe on 7 nanometers here quicker than Intel can get their 10 nanometer out. So it's going to be make for great competition overall. Consumers should be able to see more and more products and hopefully better competition on the products that they have. So if they want to go out and buy something, they can get a faster, more efficient, more core processor, hopefully for less cost, and have a bigger benefit overall on their system, especially if it's gaming, productivity, etc. But you have AMD and Intel competing in the CPU space, but not only that, with the competition that's back here, but you also have ARM. So all those ARM chips that are out there, those phones, those tablets, I think they also compete with AMD and Intel, especially on the low end of the PC market or that tablet section, where people are looking for that device that lasts long hours, just consumption. And we have Windows on ARM that's coming out more and more. So there's a competition there that Intel has owned this PC space for so long that there's all of a sudden a competition that I wasn't really foreseeing the big jump as AMD, and I wasn't really foreseeing Windows on ARM to become and be pushed as much as it is. Qualcomm's even working on their own chip, and the manufacturing process can be a selling point because they have a faster chip, they have more cores, they have a better power advantage. There's all these things that can be now rolled into from the manufacturing side of the benefits of these manufacturers improving their process technology. Now, we also have Apple. I want to mention them a little bit. That this whole process technology from Apple, they've really benefited. Look at some of the chips that they're able to design in the iPhones, and look at what Samsung's able to do in a lot of their Galaxy phones with their own chips, and not only that, but Qualcomm's and all the other phones that are out there. You can kind of get some really leaps of some really good power efficient phones out there that you're getting better battery life out of finally after so many years. So there's a lot of benefits to process technology that's already been out. I want to touch a little bit on the GPU side. I'm hoping one day we get competition in the especially in the desktop graphics space, so gamers are finally have competition at the high end. But AMD overall, they're pushing the Vega 7 nanometer, which is supposed to be a professional card. Nvidia's sitting here supposed to be releasing a graphics card anytime soon. I don't know if they would stick with 12 or 14 or 12 here, or if they make the leap to 7. 7 nanometers is so brand new that it probably would be very expensive to manufacture on, and that may not be something Nvidia does. But I'm pretty sure that they're prepping for the professional card to make it over to 7 nanometers if their desktop ones don't actually go to 7 nanometers this time around, because the professional space, they love the performance, they want to have the power efficiency and the processing power. So there's huge advantage to there, especially if you can cram more of those cores onto one chip. There's always space to for more processing power, and that's what this does. So a lot of this whole process technology of these manufacturers to try to get a better nanometer overall is what they're trying to do, is promote how much better that their chip can perform based upon their architecture changes and the advantages they get of that manufacturing process from the Samsungs, the Taiwanese Semiconductors, the Global Foundries, and the Intel. Overall, Intel's been struggling. We've kind of heard a little bit about what's been going on from the last conference call. There's been an article on Semi-Accurate. I encourage you to take a look at that, of some things he's heard about Intel's struggles here in 10 nanometer. But overall, that lower the number, you should have more benefits, and those benefits come in product releases, and we get to see those here coming soon. So with that, let me know your thoughts on this whole race to the smaller nanometer, and how it affects you, and how you like to see that performance increase be returned back. And until next time, I want to thank you guys for helping support this channel grow, helping it expand it as well. I'm very appreciative of that. And until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.